France, 1941. German troops marched under swastika banners through the streets of Paris. In the ruins of Europe, one woman quietly chose to fight back. Her name was Virginia Hall, born in Baltimore in 1906. Ambitious and fiercely intelligent, she dreamed of becoming a U.S. diplomat. During a hunting trip in Turkey, her shotgun misfired and shattered her left leg. Surgeons amputated it below the knee. She replaced it with a wooden prosthetic she named Cuthbert. When she applied to the U.S. State Department, officials rejected her application. Their reason? A woman with a disability cannot serve abroad. Outraged but unbroken, she moved to Europe. In 1940, she volunteered as an ambulance driver for the French army. After France fell, she fled to England through Spain and Lisbon. In London, she walked into the newly formed Special Operations Executive, the SOE. The SOE trained spies, saboteurs, and resistance leaders behind enemy lines. They didn't care that she had one leg, only that she could finish the mission. Hall trained in weapons, radio coding, explosives, and disguise. Her instructors noted, cool under pressure, excellent memory, prefers independence. She was ready. Her mission? Infiltrate Vichy France and build a resistance network. In August 1941, she entered France disguised as a newspaper reporter named Brigitte Lecontre. She rented a small flat in Lyon under an assumed name. Her radio transmitter, hidden beneath floorboards, linked her to London. Each night she sent coded messages to British intelligence, reporting troop movements and arrests. Hall became the SOE's first female field agent in occupied France. She organized safe houses, arranged airdrops, and distributed weapons to resistance groups. Locals called her Marie of Lyon. She forged documents, trained couriers, and coordinated sabotage missions across the Rhone Valley. By 1942, her network had grown to hundreds of contacts. She was responsible for rescuing dozens of downed Allied airmen, smuggling them across the Pyrenees. The Gestapo began to take notice. German intelligence intercepted her radio traffic and circulated wanted posters describing a mysterious woman with a limp. They labeled her the most dangerous Allied spy. Hall constantly moved between safe houses, changing identities every few weeks. Even her closest agents rarely knew her true name. For nearly 2 years, she ran operations across southern France undetected. But betrayal came from within. A double agent exposed her radio codes to the Gestapo. In the autumn of 1942, her Lyon network was rounded up. Over 100 of her agents were captured or executed. The Gestapo closed in on her apartment. She burned her cipher books and destroyed her transmitter. With a pistol in her coat and one working leg, she fled through the countryside. Hall reached the foothills of the Pyrenees in December 1942. The winter storms had turned mountain paths into ice. Her wooden leg made climbing nearly impossible. Each step left blood in the snow. It took her 3 days to cross into Spain. Exhausted and frostbitten, she was arrested by Spanish border guards for illegal entry. After 6 weeks in prison, the U.S. Embassy secured her release. She returned to London, ready to go back. When her handlers asked if she'd done enough, she replied, "Not yet." In 1944, she returned to France under a new identity, an elderly peasant woman named Marcelle Montaigne. She disguised her limp with a cane and dyed her hair gray. Her new mission? Organize sabotage ahead of D-Day. She coordinated Maquis resistance cells across central France. Her agents derailed trains, cut communications, and ambushed German convoys. Her network helped Allied forces advancing after June 6, 1944. When the Allies liberated Paris, her agents were among the first to enter. After the war, Hall joined the newly founded Office of Strategic Services, later the CIA. In 1945, she was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross, the only woman of World War II to receive it from the U.S. Army. France decorated her with the Croix de Guerre and the Legion of Honor. Hall never sought fame or attention. She refused interviews and lived quietly in Maryland. Her work remained classified for decades. When asked about her past, she simply said, "I was in France." Today, Virginia Hall is remembered as one of the greatest spies of the Second World War. Her courage shaped the future of women in intelligence, and her story reminds us that heroism doesn't always march with a gun. Sometimes, it limps quietly into history.